How many licks
does it take
to get to the center of a Tootsie Pop? No, like actually. All right, right here.
I think that
5. Yeah, like this is the
has
one.
to be the one.
This
right?
is the one. All right.
15 minutes though. That's crazy. I feel like that's like a 3-minute video. Am I bugging, bro?
Like,
Gang, they might really get into the
just
breakdown.
break down the
Bro,
ma-
they might really get into the breakdown. Let me move this up so I can.
Or is it a time lapse of someone actually just eating it?
They might really get into the breakdown of like the way your saliva breaks down the candy chemicals.
You
You know what I'm saying? Like they might really break it down, gang.
That's some calculus shit.
Yeah, like OD.
But yeah, me and Gucci about to react to this video. How many licks does it really take to get to the center of a Tootsie Pop?
Wait. Before you press play, what's your guess?
Honestly, can the guess be a range?
Yeah.
All right.
Have a
Honestly,
specific number.
did I turn the chat off? Oh yeah, I turned the chat off.
247,360.
I'm saying 476,331. 331.
Damn, okay.
Like a lot of licks. Because then also, gang, they have to get into like how you're licking. Pause. Like we're not gonna demonstrate, but you low-key gotta get into
How you're licking.
And you got like, how much saliva do you got?
how much saliva are you producing? Word. Word.
They go into the pH of the saliva too.
The pH
Yo.
of the saliva. That's what I'm saying. How the saliva chemicals break it down. They have to do. Yo, we're about to do our homework. Do your homework, and us about to do our homework.
Mr. Turtle, how many licks does it take to get to the Tootsie Roll center of a Tootsie Pop? A 1, a 2, a 3.
Shout out to the turtle.
Yo, shout out him. He said
Oh, for
3.
real.
3. Wait, did you say 3 or theory? Theory. You know, like the name of the show. That isn't an answer to my question. Neither was 3. I just bit the darn thing. Go find Mr. Owl. Matt Pet Owl, how many licks does it take to get to the Tootsie Roll center of a Tootsie Pop? It depends. What's the pH of your saliva?
See? Yo.
So it was about the pH,
I asked
bro.
a great question.
Like it was about the pH of your saliva for sure.
What's the temperature of the room?
I didn't think about that.
You didn't even think about that factor.
What's the coefficient of friction against your tongue? Air pressure.
Yo, the coefficient of friction against I didn't think about the coefficient.
Because a cat licking it would be
Yo,
way
it would
faster.
Be way more too, because there's more friction.
It'd be way faster.
Yo.
So who's licking?
Yeah, who's doing the licking?
Okay.
Could come into play. Do you have a barometer on you? You know what?
What is a barometer?
That's like you tell the pressure of the environment.
Okay. So the
Barometric
pressure.
So you know how like when there's a storm coming and people get like aches in their body when they're old?
Yeah, that's what my grandma be having.
Yeah, that's from the barometric pressure.
So what you're telling me is I should get my grandmother a barometer.
No, I don't think so.
Type shit.
Never mind. Okay, so I have a colleague of mine with access to a mass spectrometer. Prepare a sample for analysis, would you?
The fuck's
A mass spectrometer? You don't know what that is either?
I think I'm gonna guess that tells you how much mass is in it. Because mass is not equal to weight.
A mass spectrometer is an analytical instrument that identifies, quantifies, and determines the structure of molecules by measuring their mass to charge ratio. It works by ionizing samples, separating results ions. Yo, what? What are we going on about?
Oh, this could take all weekend.
Hello, Internet! Welcome to Food Theory, the show that scientifically satisfies your sweet tooth.
Willy Wonka.
I appreciate his enthusiasm. Like his, you know what I
You gotta perform, right?
mean? Yeah. Makes it way more
And
watchable.
the editing's OD.
Yeah, makes it way more watchable.
With the sweet, sweet truth. You know, as I've grown older, I've seen a lot of things change, most of them for the better, but at the risk of sounding like a crotchety old grumpy pat over here, I can say with confidence there is one thing from my childhood that will never, ever be improved upon, and that is the candy commercial. I mean, just think back to the absolute murderer's row of candy commercials that they had in the late 90s and early 2000s. I'm talking bubble tape.
Bro, that was peak candy, bro. I don't remember it being called bubble tape though. I thought it was like
It was Hubba Bubba, but I think Hubba Bubba stole the idea probably.
And just did it way better.
And I think they probably didn't even do it better. They just probably had more money.
Hold up, bro.
Your homework. Type in bubble tape.
Wow. Yo, this here, bro.
It is bubble tape.
Oh my gosh, bro, this is peak.
Bro, they had different flavors too. They had the blue one. Oh,
the blue joint. What's this orange joint? Hold up.
I never had that.
The blue joint. Yes, Gucci. Yes.
Yo, bro.
Oh my gosh. Yo, if you're too young to like not even know what this is, bro, you missed out.
I used to wow out though.
Yo, I used to eat like the. Yo, you ever just open the whole thing? You just put this whole thing.
I used to wow out and start chewing that.
I ain't gonna lie. The craziest thing I used to do, bro, I used to swallow it, bro. I used to not throw it out. Big gulp, bro.
That shit probably sitting in your gut.
Yeah, it's still in there to this day. Yo, that's actually peak though. This is a peak pull right here.
Yeah, it is.
Timeless reminder that adults just don't get it. I'm talking about the Mentos ad where the guy is going to a job interview and accidentally sits on a wet painted bench. So it's like, oh no, but then he pops himself a Mentos and just freaking goes with it.
Mentos, the fresh maker.
Folks, take me back to a simpler time. A time when all advertisers had to do was stick some cute kids on a brightly colored set and make them list off the candy flavors.
Cherry, grape, strawberry.
I mean, why do you think Cadbury's has been running the exact same Easter TV spot for decades? It's because old candy commercials
Shout out to the turtle again, man.
Can't be improved upon, that's why. But the most timeless of all the candy television spots in history, especially here in the United States, has got to be the Tootsie Roll Pop commercial. Here we've got ourselves some dopey, pantsless kid asking various animals how many licks it takes to get to the center of a Tootsie Pop.
The world may never know.
Side note, you probably remember him asking a turtle and an owl in the TV version, but in the full-length commercial, he also asks a cow and a fox.
Why don't you ask Mr. Turtle, for he's been around a lot longer than I. Me? I'd bite.
Anybody else feeling like they should probably call Chris Hansen after that interaction with the fox? Anyway, what is it about this Tootsie Roll Pop commercial that makes it such a classic? Personally, I think it's because the ad raises more questions than it answers. Why is this human child asking animals questions about candy?
That's not even the question.
It's how many does it
take,
like,
bro, like, it's not even the fact that this pantsless kid is asking these animals about the
question's
Tootsie Pop.
so good. The animals don't even. Like, he obviously has to go to some mythical creature in order to find the answer.
Because he can't ask a human.
He can't ask me that. I don't know. Yo, you ever watch Avatar: The Last Airbender?
Yeah.
Yo, he's the turtle, bro.
Okay. But yeah, like the main question is how many licks does it take to get to the center of a Tootsie Pop? It's not. I was never thinking about any of the logic of like what.
It's 247.
Because if they asked you
360.
If I gave you a water bottle and I was like, yo, how many sips does it take to finish it? You would genuinely be curious.
Because like, it is also like how big of a sip. Because I can do it in one sip.
That's what I'm saying.
You really break it down.
Like, because what is a sip versus a gulp? Or a chug? Like, what is the difference?
A gulp versus a sip. Like
the angle at which you're...
How many milliliters is a sip compared to a gulp versus a chug? Or a swig.
A swig! Swiggity swap. Shout out J No Kid.
Then why do those animals have specific ideas about what other animals would know the answer to this question? Why, and this one can't be stressed enough, why isn't the kid wearing any pants? Perhaps.
That is a little weird. But I think that's just like back in the day.
You know, like
they didn't care to do it very. But like they gave the turtle glasses. But they gave the turtle glasses.
Right.
They gave the turtle glasses but like the kid can't get pants.
Did you not see the fox? He had fucking shades on.
Yeah. He had Ray-Bans.
Yo, he had fucking Cartier lenses.
He can't get mirrors? He's mirrorless.
He's a mirrorless. No.
Look, that's why he's embarrassed.
Yo.
He popped out with no mirrors.
It's better that some things are left unanswered, but not the core question fundamental to this commercial. How many licks does it take to get to the center of a Tootsie Roll Pop? That question, my friends, will be answered today in great detail. I don't just want to know how many licks it takes. I want to know...
That's a dog, bro. It's like that's way different.
How I can get to that Tootsie Roll center with the fewest number of licks possible. Oh, sure, others have tackled this timeless question, from scientists to fellow YouTubers, but none of them were focused on optimization. Me, I'm here to consume my candy more efficiently than anyone else, because candy is all about having fun, and nothing is more fun than winning. Whew, sorry, gotta catch my breath there real quick. Just having too much fun. Okay, let's begin by asking just straight up, how many licks does it take to get to the center of everyone's favorite hard candy lollipop with a chewy Tootsie Roll center? I actually did a personal tally back when I was like 10, and I came up with the number 314. And I remember specifically that it was 314 licks because those are the digits of pi. Don't look at me like I'm weird. Didn't you spend your childhoods running tests on candy and then memorizing numerical constants to like 100 points after the decimal? Well, anyway, if you didn't, I know someone else who did. Fellow YouTuber Mr. Beast, who also ran a Tootsie Pop test of his own on his channel back in 2016. Oh, look, it's little baby Beastie.
It took me 270 licks. I thought it would take like 1,000. Didn't really take that many. Pretty easy, to be honest.
But believe it or not, since the Tootsie Pop commercial first aired in 1970, a whole bunch of people have sought.
That shit's from 1970? But I'm saying, bro, Mr. Beast might have been really licking that shit.
Deep throwing that motherfucker.
Yeah.
You guys see that?
He might have been really. I don't know.
The actual answer to the question. Some of them have taken it real seriously. The University of Wisconsin tackled it with mathematical models and determined a theoretical average of 319.28 licks. Engineers from
319 licks?
There's no way. There's no way, though.
I feel like that doesn't make any sense.
It doesn't. No, there's no way. Because they're licking it. How are they licking it?
They must be really licking that.
They're sucking.
The University of Michigan created an automated licking machine that averaged
customized licking machine. Yo.
You know she brought that back to the crib later too. Like, you just started wilding out.
From the University of Michigan created an automated licking machine that averaged out to 411 licks to the center, and engineers at Purdue University made one that averaged 364 licks. Now, call me a purist, but I'm not sure that I love the idea of using an automated licking machine. The sheer fact that something like that exists out there in the universe gives me the heebie-jeebies. But beyond that, consider this. The 3 university studies I mentioned earlier came back with higher numbers than the 2 real human tests performed by Mr. Beast and I. And sure, I have no doubt that you can use robotics to simulate the force of a human lick with a substance similar to the tongue, but there's just a lot of...
What? I'm bugging? My fault. It's automated.
I hope y'all can hear him. The same way I can hear him.
I'm bugging. Yo.
Because what did he just say?
Variables to control for saliva, mouth pH, temperature, texture of the human tongue, all of that. And so those are precisely the variables I'm going to tinker with today in order to get me to the center of a Tootsie Pop in under 270 licks. That's right, Internet. I am here today attempting to harness the power of science in order to defeat a 4-year-old Mr. Beast video. And you know what? I'm not alone. Today I've brought in Team Theorists who will help carry out a series of experiments with me. Say hello, theorists.
Hello.
Just wondering when we're gonna get paid.
Sorry, I can't really hear you when you all talk over each other like that. Hopefully it was nothing important. Anyway, the first experiment they'll perform is just a straightforward tally of how many licks it takes to get to the center of a Tootsie Roll Pop. And we're gonna play by Mr. Beast's rules. For the purposes of our experiment, reaching the center means the Tootsie Roll inside can be seen and tasted. So, ready to do this, Team Theorists?
Yeah. You bet.
You misplaced my invoice. I can send you another
3, 2.
I thought
We're looking for adults 45 and under to be.
Because I didn't mean because I thought it was the entire outer casing. You know what I mean? But they were just going like one side.
Once you can stick your tongue in there.
That side until you through. You know what I mean? Versus like the whole.
So then,
like, you know it's a sphere.
Yeah.
Like they're taking like the outer crust of the thing off.
So if you're saying,
I was thinking of.
You're saying if so.
But they're just saying like you just got to go through.
So then, in theory, though, if that one side is taking roughly 300 licks,
you
all of it,
you multiply that by the circumference.
Yes.
Yo, and then you get the. You
get the amount of licks to fully get the
around the entire thing, right?
Is there a Tootsie Pop? Is there a Tootsie Roll inside?
Yeah, I think
that's
so.
disgusting. Yo, hold up. Matter of fact, let me just.
I used to
forget this video real quick.
I used to fake eat the pop and then throw the
Yo, me too. Yo, Tootsie Pops Tootsie Rolls are disgusting,
bro.
Disgusting. Snack, bro. The worst snack to get on Halloween, bro. If I go to your Halloween, bro, if I'm trick or treating, I knock on your door and I get a Tootsie Roll, bro, I'm tight.
You know what's crazy? They used to have Tootsie Rolls at Planet Fitness.
Like you would like after you work out, you
just grab a Tootsie Roll and they're
No.
like in the Planet Fitness.
You know which ones
wrappers
aren't
and all
that bad? The flavored ones.
Like the blue and like the orange ones. Yeah.
Nah, the green John hits. Green John hits. But the regular Tootsie Rolls,
Man,
bro.
What is even a Tootsie Roll made of, bro? Like what's a
Rabbit hole real quick because I actually despise Tootsie Rolls,
they're
bro.
disgusting,
like
bro.
that is the worst type of snack ever, bro. I'm judging you if you pull out Tootsie Rolls,
that's
bro.
no
Imagine being
Halloween
at the
candy.
lunch table with guys, bro. Everybody chilling, eating. You pull out Sour Patch Kids, bro. Pull out the Snickers. You see me pull out Tootsie Rolls.
Yo.
You gotta judge me too. Like you gotta create a thought about me.
Yo, next Halloween, I'm just gonna take all the good candy, just leave my kids with the Tootsie Roll.
What is? I feel like it's like fake chocolate. I feel like Tootsie Roll has to be the
it's
tofu.
toffee. It's toffee.
I feel like it's like the tofu of
toffee?
chocolate.
You know what toffee is?
Nah. What is Tootsie Roll made of? Bro,
That shit looks like shit. That's a walk of shit,
bro, that looks.
Look at that one, bro. That looks like fucking Zuko's turd.
Yo, bro, why are these ones glistening?
Like, bro.
Bro, I'm not gonna lie.
Yo.
These are disgusting, bro. No, but these ones though. Yo, if you pull up with these ones, they're still disgusting. Because why not just get like Jolly Ranchers or something? But I'll let you slide
That's
with
grandma
these.
level candy, though.
Yeah, like OD.
Like, you're
but
not
like
trying to be
butterscotch
cool.
is better than that. What did I just do?
You went to AI? There's AI? Wait.
Tootsie Rolls are primarily made of what?
Chewy candy is known for its unique texture.
That shit is butt.
Incorporating a remelt process, mixing in previously cooked, cooled candy, rather than using cocoa butter.
You know what, bro?
Who do you think is the better eater?
This guy over here to the left. Just because his shirt says the fact that I'm legally an adult is hysterical. He probably has a good mouth.
Yeah.
Pause.
3, 2, 1, get licking. We'll check back with him in a few minutes, but of course, for us theorists, it's not enough just to know how many licks it takes to get to the center of a Tootsie Pop. We also want to know why we get to the center, especially if that info is going to help us get there faster. So let's start with what a Tootsie Pop is made out of: sugar. Sure, there's some palm oil, some citric acid, and whatever the heck soy lecithin is, but by weight, a Tootsie Pop is about 65% sugar. And obviously, one of the best ways to dissolve sugar is with water. And wouldn't you know it, saliva is about 99.5% water. It's like somebody designed Tootsie Pops to be consumed by humans. So let's toss saliva onto the list of things that we'll need to optimize if we're going to beat Mr. Beast's Tootsie Pop mark of 270 licks. But how exactly do we optimize for saliva? Well, let's dig into what exactly goes on when sugar dissolves in water. And that requires some understanding of polarity. Remember in science class when you learned that positive poles of magnets attract negative poles and repel other positive poles? Well, molecules of
I'll just wait.
both water and sugar are polar because they contain hydrogen atoms, which are more negative, and oxygen atoms, which are more positive. So when water comes into contact with sugar, in our case the specific sugar of sucrose, the water's polarity is strong enough to pull the sugar molecules apart. In other words, if you submerge a Tootsie Pop in water, it'll eventually dissolve down to the Tootsie Roll center, as long as there's enough water that it doesn't get oversaturated by the sugar, that is.
Like you're not
Key there.
even getting a reward, you're getting punished.
Yeah, you finally get to the center and it's hit the Gary's Way pose.
There must be enough water molecules present in order to pull every sugar molecule apart, because when all the water molecules get paired up with all the sugar molecules, no more dissolving can occur. So what I'm thinking here is the more saliva, the better. Optimizing our saliva means increasing our amount of saliva. So we'll be sure to test that in the next round of experiments. Speaking of experiments, how's experiment number 1 going there, Team Theorist? A lot of brightly colored tongues out there. I like what I'm seeing. Now, before they finish, I want to toss out a couple other items on our experiment wish list. First, heat. You see, heat is commonly used in chemistry to help speed up reactions. In order for reactions to occur, they need energy, and heat oftentimes provides that energy. So I'm curious to see if heat would actually help a Tootsie Pop dissolve faster. Another factor that we should play with here is acidity. Our mouths have a pretty neutral pH range. Tootsie Pop fastest. Let's just go ahead and test whether an acidic substance affects the rate at which a Tootsie Pop dissolves. All right, looks like Team Theorist has all reached the center. We've got 450, 420, lol, and 274. Good job.
Yo, I knew it. I knew she was an eater. Wait. 274 is crazy. How do you...
Yeah, like she completely half theirs.
Yo.
She
450.
So now this produces the next question. Are women better at producing saliva?
Yo. Or do they have a lower pH in their mouth?
Or their mouths hotter? There's more heat in there. Or do they have a higher polarity? I don't know what he was talking about.
A higher polarity in the hydrogen bonds in their mouth.
That's actually crazy, bro. 274.
Yo.
Amy. Plus my childhood total of 314 added up to find the average, and we get 364.5 licks. Right?
That's 1 lick a day.
Y'all sick of me? That's all I get? Yo.
Bro, that's actually might be a survival tactic.
Imagine you're starving.
Like you're in the middle of the forest, you're just like, all I need is a little sugar. Close it up every day. You're smart.
You know, you're just be sitting there mad hungry, bro, and just staring at that lollipop, like.
On target with those research studies that we talked about earlier, but none of us have beaten Mr. Beast, which means that we've all failed.
Well, you know it's an experiment, so we didn't really fail per se.
Spoken like a true failure there, researcher number 3.
You know I have a name, right?
Now then, if we are gonna beat that Mr. Beast tally of 270, we need to test whether saliva volume, heat, and pH can get us to the center of a Tootsie Pop in less time. So listen up, theorist team. Here's the second part of the experiment. We're gonna measure how much time it takes to dissolve a Tootsie Pop in several different liquids. For this experiment, we'll need room temperature water, representing our lots of saliva condition, hot water, representing the temperature condition, and room temperature lemon juice, representing the pH condition. Lemon juice is highly acidic with a pH between 2 and 3, as opposed to our mouth pH, which is a neutral 7 or so. Select your Tootsie Pops. We'll need 4, all with an equal mass. Let's aim for 17 grams.
Got my 4.
Same here.
How about you, number 3? Number 3? And number 3 somehow lost focus on his camera. Forget him, he's a straggler. We're better off without him anyway. Start your timers, team, and let's jump ahead 20 minutes.
That's what I was also thinking. Like, does the blue dissolve faster than the red?
Because like the photons, right, and then the light reflection, like it might like affect it. You know, the wavelength of the light being reflected off the lollipop.
And then how they have to produce, like what they have to do to get the different colors.
Yo, like, you know, like the red 40, blue 27, whatever it is. I don't know.
Yellow 39.
Yo, like, I just be reading that shit and be like, yo.
Okay, 20 minutes in, what are we seeing?
So the one in the hot water seemed to start dissolving immediately, but the ones in the room temperature seem to not be affected as much. Alright, so we have taken out our Tootsie Pops, weighed them, and averaged the results between all of us. We have our hot water Tootsie Pop, which went from about 17 grams to about 5 grams. We have our lemon juice, which went down to about 8. And we have our room temperature water, which went down to about 7 grams.
Interesting. It's not quite exactly what I expected. So what do these results mean for our quest to beat Mr. Beast? First, it's clear from the data that heat is the biggest variable at play. So in this final round of experiments, I'm going to let the theorist team use whatever tactic they'd like to get heat involved. They can turn up the thermostats in their room, they can drink hot water during the experiment, they can even exercise. As a matter of fact, I'm going to assign exercise to researcher 3.
Oh, you've got to be kidding me.
I most certainly am not kidding. Exercise can, in fact, raise your core body temperature by a degree or 2. In addition to adding heat, it's also apparent that we need to get...
Stank breath, yo.
So if your breath is hotter, it melts the lollipop out.
Everybody that got stank breath, you could probably do a Tootsie Roll in 3 licks. Hot ass breath.
Melting that motherfucker.
Hot ass breath melting the Tootsie Roll. looking like this. Looking like this. A damn Demogorgon.
Just breathing on that shit.
You got the breath of a Demogorgon.
Just fucking yo, breathe.
These Tootsie Pops into contact with as much saliva as possible. In order to do that, I've instructed the theorist team to use the full length of their tongues this time. We're looking for some serious stroke length here. That's what I said. Because more saliva should come into contact with more Tootsie Roll Pop this way. Furthermore, some of the theorist team have been encouraged to chew sugarless gum to help stimulate
like, you know, like light with it, but if you're like, like, you know what I mean? Like really like ripping that motherfucker down. Like what effect would that have, you know? Because like the force at which
are
they just licking it like you know what I mean? Or are they just like going cool with it?
I feel like the only way to actually measure it would be to like have like the lollipop standing in like a thing, and you're just that way like you can only do a certain amount of force.
Yo, you're nuts.
Versus this, you could dead ass like get it done.
I'm not. I don't think I can do that.
What?
Just started looking a lot like a hell fucking propped up.
Bro, Mr. Beast told you $1 million. Get this done in 30 days for $1 million. You would do it. Yo, Mr. Beast, here's your next video for Gucci.
Nah.
Lock him in a box.
Whoa,
He can have whatever he wants in the box.
Why are you
P5,
locking me in a
all
box?
that. But his challenge is he needs to complete licking to the center of a Tootsie Roll in 30 days, but he cannot physically touch the Tootsie Roll with his hands. Straight mouth. If it falls on the floor,
What are you talking about?
if it falls on the
Shut up. Such straight mouth.
Lava flow. And lastly, there's the matter of pH. Since our lemon juice glass dissolved more slowly than our control glass of room temperature water, we're just not going to worry about pH, so that variable's thrown out. So one final time, the theorist team has been encouraged to change a couple of variables in order to up the heat and increase their saliva. As for me, I'm not just doing a couple, I'm doing them all at once. I have an insatiable urge to be better than Mr. Beast at least one thing in life, and I will stop at nothing to make sure that this is that thing. That's why I'll be doing it all. I'm raising the room temperature, I'm drinking hot water, I'm chewing sugarless gum, and I'm exercising. And you better believe that I'm going all in on that tongue stroke length. Yeah, I said it. So let's do this thing, Theorist team. Heck, let's bring in the whole Theorist gang for this one. The more the merrier.
More people.
We're like a little Brady Bunch here. Man, content back in this era was so much simpler. People were delighted by stuff like this. Now it just barely qualifies as a TikTok. Oh hey, researcher number 1 is opting for the shower. Smart, heat, and humidity. Folks, we are pulling out all the stops. With the powers of science on our side, surely at least one of us will be able to beat 270 licks. I just hope it's me, because I'm about to put some very unflattering licking footage out there onto the internet. And besting Mr. Beast is pretty much the only thing that's going to make it worth it. Alright, final experiment time. 3, 2, 1, go. Yep, that sound was not added in artificially. That was me being bludgeoned to death by my wife. Yep, that sound was not added in artificially. That was
like, and she looks like she did this on purpose, gang.
She's sitting there with her arm extended out fully, bro.
Looking right at us.
Why? Like, literally. With the Stanley too, like that shit's lead, bro.
Yep, that sound was not added in artificially. That was me being bludgeoned to death by my wife using a St. Jude steel coffee mug while I was doing my Tootsie Roll Pop experiment. The things I go through for science. Anyway, enough about my problems. How'd we do, guys? How many people made it to the center in under 270 licks?
Bro, why does this guy in the middle have both of his hands behind his head?
That's the method you
That looks crazy,
That's the
bro.
method you wanted me to hit on the Mr. Beast shit, bro. What are you talking about? You said it straight.
No hands. That is what I said. That is what I said.
You want me looking like that, bro? That's crazy.
Yo, oh, I think that was with him when he was doing sit-ups. But even still, he knows what he was doing, bro. That looks ridiculous,
geez,
bro. What the
Why
heck?
is there 3 question marks?
Good job, guys. Congrats
Oh,
to
he
everyone.
won, man.
Couldn't help but notice that researcher number 3 didn't make the cut. Can't say that I'm surprised. But now the moment we've all been waiting for. The reveal of how many licks it took me to reach the center.
Yeah, I don't think
the one in the middle.
117. That's right, YouTube. I'm Matt Pat with a lick total of 117.
OD.
Have hereby
Just
defeated
straight
Mr.
mouth.
Beast. I am unashamed to announce that I have...
Yo.
You don't want to know something also, though, that's, like, crazy? This could just be cap.
Yo, because we don't know until we actually try it, so they can be like, oh yeah, it's 117.
You know what I mean? Like,
But I could be sitting there, I'm at like 247.
and I don't mean cap in the sense that, like, the experiment is fake. I just mean, like, bro, this number can be fake. Like, they could have licked it 500 times and just put 400. He could have licked it 200 times and just put 100. I don't think that's what he did. I do think he's a man of his word. He has no reason to lie. But just as far as, like...
I didn't see every individual lick.
That's what I'm saying. Like, you didn't show me 117 licks, so this could all be hearsay.
Like, you just showed me like them licking it for like 5 seconds, and then it cut away doing the explanation. You know, like I didn't get the whole. You feel me?
But 117. All right, we got our answer. That's not what I expected it to be.
I was so far off. I was so far off to like an amount where it's like ridiculous. I said 247,000.
Yeah, and then just because you said that, it made me double mine to 400,000.
The A5 said 675.
Like, bro, whole time it took 100.
Yo,
It took 100.
100. That's like 10 minutes.
That's what I'm saying.
Not even. I can do like I can definitely do 120 licks in like, that's 2 licks like a second. Come on. I can do that.
You lick master?
You can't do 2 licks a second?
For 120?
For 120, bro? You couldn't do 2 licks a second? What?
Wait. Wait, in 1 minute?
In 1 minute.
Wait, you're saying you can reach the center of a Tootsie Roll in 1 minute?
I can definitely lick it 120 times in 1 minute. I feel like, right? Yo.
Bro, I doubt that.
No, because it's like up, down, you know? Like,
like 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2.
You get a lick going down, right? And you get a lick going up.
Okay. But I think you're not factoring how quickly your tongue...
I can do that. That's the strongest muscle in your body.